I wanted a free daily journal I could use anywhere, whether that's the phone in my pocket, Mac computer at home, or the Windows laptop at work. Today, I'm installing standard notes across all my devices, turning it into a simple daily journal system and showing you the template and workflow. Journaling is basically a system for thinking. It helps you capture ideas before they vanish, helps you spot patterns. It helps reduce mental load because you're not trying to remember everything all the time. And it helps build a record of your life. Thing is, though, most people stop because it's too much effort. So the goal today is to reduce that effort and create a low friction system that's usable on a daily basis. I've done some research, and as far as I can tell, Standard Notes is cross-platform. It works on desktop, mobile, and web, and it syncs across all those devices. It's also end-to-end encrypted, so it means your notes stay private. And if you want to, and I recommend you do this, you can add two-factor authentication for added account security. I'll show the installs quickly. The same idea everywhere. Download, install, sign in, and sync. Let's start with this Windows laptop then. Go and find Standard Notes, standardnotes.com. So this came up when I was doing my research. I've obviously been before, and you can see there's a little note here, Standard Notes underneath, powered by Proton. Let's just go and download for free. It's giving me a security warning here. This is fine. Just go and open that file, which will run the installer. It's telling me here you're offline. Sign in to sync your notes and preferences across all your devices and enable end-to-end encryption. I'll create a new free account. Click next. So warning here, and because your notes are fully encrypted using your own password, Standard Notes doesn't enable password reset option. So basically, if you forget your password, you lose all of your notes. All right, looks like that's done. Next step is to install on the iPhone. Let's go to the App Store first. Search for Standard Notes. Click on Get. Okay, let's go back in here. Now we already created an account on the Windows laptop. So all we need to do now is sign in using the same email and password that we used to set up the Windows laptop. Email, hopefully that's the correct one. Sign in. And there we go, we're in. So you can see on here, this is the Windows laptop. There's nothing here. Let me just add a quick note here. Test note. There we go. See, test note is there. And as if by magic, the test note has appeared on the Windows laptop. Okay, that's good. Looks like it's working okay on the iPhone. Next step, let's install the same app on the iPad. Got the little download icon which shows we've already downloaded it onto the iPhone. So we'll sign in. Okay, and you can see straight away the note that we've created on the iPhone. So if I create a new note on here now, you see up here there's a little green arrow which means that's synchronized with the cloud. There we go, so it's coming on the iPhone, that's there now. There we go, test 2 on the iPad. If I go in here, yes, that works. That's fully synchronized now. And then we'll move on to the next step, which is to install onto the Mac Mini. App Store, again, we can see the little download icon here, which means this is the one we're looking for. Sign in, it's all pretty much exactly the same. Straight away, we can see the 2 notes that we've already created previously. Next step, we'll install on the Samsung S20 FE mobile phone. Here we go then, this is installing on Android. You can see we've got the Mac, Standard Notes running on the Mac Mini, on the iPhone, on the Windows laptop, and on the iPad. Let's go to the Google Play Store. Let's install it. And as before, we'll sign in. And now we can see our 3 notes. Let's add a new one. And we'll call this test number 4, Samsung. It's actually updating on the iPhone as I type, which is really interesting. Everything looks good. Pretty straightforward, easy to do. Let's move to the next step, which is to create our standard template. But before we create our template, let's first turn on two-factor authentication to keep our account secure. For this, we'll use the Windows laptop. It's just easier as it's right in front of me. We go down here to settings, security, and then if you scroll down, two-factor authentication, add an extra layer of security when logging into your account. Just enable that. And then I have an authenticator app on my iPhone. Just click add personal account, scan the QR code, and then just scan the code on the screen, and then I'll add that to my app. Simple as that. Download that secret key. Let's save it there. Put your secret key in here. Just go in here, copy that, enter your key. Then using the authenticator app, pull out the 6-digit code. Click next. It's just a confirmation. Two-factor authentication has been successfully enabled on your account. Everything's set up correctly now. We've got the Standard Notes app installed on the iPhone, the iPad, the Windows laptop, the Mac computer, and the Samsung phone. And we've secured it using the two-factor authentication. Now we build the system, one pin template, and that allows us to create one note per day. Let's go in here. I'm now on the Windows laptop. Create a new note. And what we can do is I've already pre-prepared a plain text note. The free version of Standard Notes only allows you to use plain text. So I've created this document here. Here's our title. Let's grab that, drop that in here. Let's go back and grab the body. Copy that across. If you want that template, I'll put it in the video description down below. I'll put it in its separate section so you can just copy and paste that into your Standard Notes. Now we've created that, what we need to do is pin it, and that will always stay at the top of our notes list. I'm going to switch over to the iPhone, create the initial 30-second daily journal on there, then I'll finish it on the laptop just to show you how those two are syncing together. So you can see here our template is pinned to the top. Hold our finger on there, click the 3 dots down here, duplicate, and then just turn off the selection again. You can see the note at the top is the pinned template. We select the one that we've just created. Let's go in here, update the year, the month, and the day. So currently it's the 2nd of February 2026 for me. And all I'll do, if I'm out and about, I need a break from all this content creation activity. It's much harder than I thought. And then the other thing is arrange day out with Julie tomorrow. There we go. Simple as that. You see the tick appear up the top here. That means it's synchronized properly. So we can close that down. And now when we go back to our laptop, so the idea with this is, when you're out and about, you'll capture this quick capture, 30 seconds, not spend too long. And then when you get back, you just fill in this part here when you've got a little bit more time. So gratitude. I'm glad I was laid off from my job last year. It has given me the opportunity and time to share my knowledge and experience by becoming a content creator. What went well? So this is about what went well today. Planning the Standard Notes video shoot went well. Was a good thing. What was hard is capturing all the footage. There were so many different devices and screen recordings and video angles to consider. The edit will be a challenge because there is plenty of video files. And then really, as a tip for the edit, review the individual video files and rename, sort and delete as appropriate. This will help when creating the timeline from all the separate video clips. There we go. See up here, synchronized online. Green tick means everything's tickety-boo. I'm not going to do a screen recording, but I'll show it on here. Let's go back to our iPhone. I go on here and just click. You can see that all of the text I've just put in. I'm really happy with that. It's a perfect tool, simple, it's pretty elegant in its simplicity, it's easy to use, it's always there, whatever device I'm working on, wherever I am. I can, if I have a thought or an idea or something I want to capture, I can just open the app, note it down, and then it's available on any other device anytime. I've been using the Standard Notes app now for 4 days. This is the 5th day. I've tweaked the template a little bit. I just wanted to show you how I've been using it. I've got everything set up running here, so you can see how everything synchronizes between the iPhone, the iPad, the Mac Mini, and the Windows laptop. I can't show the Android phone because I'm using that as my main video camera at the moment. So what I'll do, I'm on the iPhone, press and hold on the template, which is pinned to the top there. Then you click on the 3 dots, and then down here you can see duplicate. So duplicate that, and it creates a copy just underneath. Click that X there to get out of select mode. Now what I can do is go in here and edit this daily journal. So today is the 6th of February. Let me change that date there. And then I can put a quick note in here. Let me just change that. There we go. This is the template. Top thing on my mind is the screen recording of the iPad was accidentally deleted. That's all I really need to write there. So when I get back home, or if when I get back to the computer or the iPad or the Mac Mini, what I can then do, I come back here. Look, you can see on the Windows desktop, that note's already been created. What I've done here is sort these by title. If you press it once, it sorts ascending. If you press it again, it sorts descending. And that way, if you sort descending, the latest note is always at the top here below the template. So what I can do is carry on updating this note, which is my daily journal. I managed to re-record the footage, and actually I was also able to record an updated video to show how I have improved the template. There we go. And then there's a note here is I need to remember to show how the backup works and export works. And what you can see across all of the devices, the Mac Mini, the iPad, the Windows laptop, and the iPhone, everything is updated pretty much instantly. Like I've just added to that note there, let me show you just a couple of the features. So if you want to export a note, let me go to this one here. So this is the note I made on the 2nd of February. If I want to export that, I can right click on the note here and export. It automatically names it according to the title. Just hit save. And then if I go in here, I can show you what it looks like when it's saved. And it just saves it as that simple text file. I think this is a really powerful feature and it's great. So if I want to write a really complicated note, not necessarily my daily journal, but just a note or a thought I want to capture, which I have been doing. So I had some thoughts about how to reset and recharge, what makes us happy. So I made quite a lot of notes about this topic in the Standard Notes app, and then I exported it into this text file. And then when you go back to the Standard Notes app, I've just deleted it. The deleted files will stay in your trash. It's here, look, that's the file I was just showing you. Last thing I wanted to show you was the backup. So if you click down here on the preferences, on the left here, you can see backups. All you need to do is make sure that this button is ticked here, turned on, to automatically encrypt text backups. And then you can see here the location was automatically chosen by the app, and I'm okay with that. If you open the location, you can just see that it's actually creating those backups. That's quite a useful feature. If you want to do a manual backup, you can do it at the top here. It does need you to put your password back in because you're trying to export sensitive data. It's a great tool. It just works. I'm really pleased with how it's helping me capture my daily journal and also capture my notes, thoughts and ideas. That's it. Installed everywhere. Sync is confirmed. Template is pinned and the daily workflow is set. If you want my template, have a look down in the video description. That's it for this video. If you found it useful, give it a thumbs up. If you want to add a comment, you know where to write it. Thank you for watching. Hopefully see you in the next one. Bye for now.